Are you preparing for your next interview in manual or automation testing? Whether you're a beginner or an experienced tester, this series will guide you through essential questions and answers. We'll start with some commonly asked manual testing interview questions and their ideal answers. Manual testing is the process of manually verifying that a software application behaves as expected. It involves executing test cases without using any automation tools. The tester manually tests the software by following predefined test cases, looking for any defects or bugs. You may be asked to explain the types of manual testing. Mention functional testing, regression testing, integration testing, smoke testing, sanity testing, and user acceptance testing. Question 3 appears on screen. Q3. What is the difference between verification and validation in testing? Verification is the process of evaluating whether the software meets the requirements and is built correctly. It's a static testing technique. Validation, on the other hand, ensures the software functions as expected through dynamic testing methods. Question 4 appears on screen. Q4. What is a test case and what are its key components? A test case is a set of conditions or actions used to verify a particular functionality of an application. The key components of a test case include test case ID, description, preconditions, test steps, expected result, and actual result. Question 5 appears on screen. Q5. What is the role of a test plan in manual testing? A test plan is a detailed document outlining the test strategy, objectives, resources, schedule, and scope of testing activities. It guides the testing process, ensuring that all aspects of the software are properly tested. Question 6 appears on screen. Regression testing is performed to ensure that recent code changes haven't negatively affected existing functionality. It's crucial in maintaining software quality, especially after bug fixes or feature updates. Question 7 appears on screen. Severity refers to the impact of a defect on the system, whereas priority indicates the urgency of fixing that defect. For example, a high-severity issue might cause system crashes, but its priority could be low if it only affects a rare use case. Question 8 appears on screen. Exploratory testing is a hands-on approach where testers actively explore the application without predefined test cases, identifying bugs as they go. It's useful when there's limited documentation or when a rapid assessment is needed. Question 9 appears on screen. Acceptance testing is performed to determine whether the software meets the client's requirements and is ready for release. It's often the last phase before deployment. Question 10 appears on screen. Test cases are prioritized based on the criticality of the functionality being tested, the complexity of the test cases, and the impact of the test cases on the system. High-priority cases typically cover major functionality or areas prone to defects. Scene transition with soft music change. Now, let's move on to some common automation testing interview questions related to Selenium with Java. Selenium is an open-source automation testing framework used for testing web applications. It supports multiple browsers and platforms, making it a popular choice for automation testing. Selenium consists of 4 main components: Selenium IDE, Selenium WebDriver, Selenium Grid, and Selenium RC. WebDriver is the most commonly used component for automating browser actions. Selenium supports multiple programming languages including Java, Python, C#, Ruby, JavaScript, and Kotlin. However, Java is one of the most widely used languages with Selenium. Question 4 appears on screen. Selenium WebDriver is a web automation framework that allows you to execute cross-browser tests. It directly communicates with the browser, simulating user actions like clicking buttons, filling forms, and navigating between pages. Question 5 appears on screen. In Selenium, you can handle pop-ups and alerts using the alert interface. By using methods like switch to, alert, accept, and dismiss, you can interact with browser alerts and confirmation boxes. Question 6 appears on screen. To locate elements in Selenium, you can use locators like ID, name, class name, tag name, link text, partial link text, CSS selector, and XPath. Question 7 appears on screen, Q7. What is the difference between find element and find elements in Selenium WebDriver? Well, find element returns the first matching web element, while find elements returns a list of all matching web elements. If no match is found, find element throws an exception, while find elements returns an empty list. Question 8 appears on screen. Mouse hover actions can be performed using the Actions class in Selenium WebDriver. By using the moveToElement method, you can simulate mouse hover behavior over a specific web element. Question 9 appears on screen. Implicit waits are used to define a default wait time for finding elements, while explicit waits are used to wait for specific conditions to be met. Explicit waits are more flexible and efficient. Question 10 appears on screen. Dynamic elements can be handled using relative XPath expressions or CSS selectors that account for changing attributes. You can also use wait mechanisms to ensure elements are fully loaded before interacting with them. Closing scene. Inspirational music gently rises. In the next video, we'll cover advanced topics in both manual and automation testing. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Rockycodes, and follow us on Instagram at Rockycodes site.